Dear students, in our previous video on advanced features of Adobe Photoshop, we learnt about some of the retouching tools. Here in this video, we are going to learn how to work with layers, text and using filters. Okay, let's see one by one. So first we'll start with layers. First understand what is layers. Layers are nothing but transparent sheets that can hold objects and are stacked on top of each other. So what do you mean by that? See, if you're working with an image, so you will have multiple objects. If, for example, if you are creating a magazine cover page or the newspaper cover page, in any other sheets you're creating, so you will be working with multiple objects. So for that, without disturbing one object, you have to work on the other object. For that, you need layers. Okay, you have to separate the objects in layers so that you can work on one layer without disturbing the other layer. Okay, so the layers are used to perform tasks such as composing multiple images, adding text to an image or adding vector graphic shapes. So you can move a layer to position the content on the layer. You can draw and modify objects on one layer without affecting the objects on another layer, as I told you now. Okay, you can also change the opacity of a layer. So opacity means what? The way it looks. If you want to make it more clear, you can increase the opacity. If you wanted to decrease the opacity, that is also possible. Okay, to make the content partially transparent. So you can add a number of layers, hide layers and lock layers, and change the position of the layers, delete layers, and also even customize the layer as well. So you can apply a layer style to add a special effect such as drop shadow or a glow. So let's see what is this layer panel, how it works. This is the layer panel. Okay, so can you see, this is the layers panel. It has three tabs here: layers, channels and paths. Okay, so what is that? This is layer panel and this is your layer thumbnail. Okay, this is your expanded collapse layer icon. If you wanted to create new layer, you can click on this. This is the create new layer button. This is the delete layer button, and this is your create new fill or adjustment layer, and this is your new, creating a new set, and this is to add layer mask, and this is to add a layer style. Okay, this is layers panel. Okay, so if you can't see the layers panel in your screen, you can go to Windows and click on layers. Okay, it will toggle between visible and invisible. Okay, click on the layers, your panel will be visible, or you can press F7 from the keyboard. So now let's see what is background layer, how to create a new layer, how to select and deselect the layer, how to order the layer, renaming and deleting a layer. Okay, let's see one by one. What is meant by background layer? Okay, so when you create a new image with a white background or a colored background, the bottommost image in the layers panel is called the background layer. Okay, so one image can have only one background layer. You cannot change the stacking order of a background layer. Okay, it will be at the last only. Okay, so its blending mode or its opacity, we cannot change anything of this background. Okay, you can convert the background layer into a regular layer and then change all these attributes. Okay, so when you create a new image with transparent content, the image does not have a background layer. Okay, the bottommost layer is not constrained like the background layer. You can move it anywhere in the layers panel and change its opacity and the blending mode. So let's see how to convert this background layer to a layer to change all these attributes. First, you have to double click the background layer in the layers panel. Okay, and you can convert it, or you can go to layers menu, select the particular layer, that is background layer, go to layer menu and click on new and select layer from background. So it will give you the name automatically as layer 0, layer 1. If you wanted to give the name, you can give and click on OK. So this, now it has been converted to layer, from background to layer. If you wanted to again go back to change it as background, you can do that also. Okay, so select the layer in the layers panel, go to the layer menu, go to new menu and then select background from layer. Now it will be changed to background again. Okay, now let's see how to create a new layer. As I told you already, you have a create new layer button. You can click on that, or you can go to the layer menu and select new layer. So it will be created like this. So by default, it will give you layer 0, layer 1, layer 2. So you can change it to the name which you require. Next one is selecting layers. So let's see how to select. If you want to select one layer, just click on it. If you want to select all the layers, you can press control. You can select. You can go to the select menu and click on all. If you want to select the adjacent layers, you can press shift and the last layer. For example, if I want to select layer 1 and layer 2, you can press shift, hold the shift key and press this. Okay, both will be selected. Or if you want to select all the layers, you can press alt plus control plus A. Next will be deselecting the layers. Once you have selected the layers, you wanted to deselect it, you can go to select menu and then say deselect option. Okay. Next will be changing the order of the layers. How to change the order of the, as I told you, you cannot change the order of the background layer. Only the layers can be changed. So just click on it and move wherever you wanted it to be replaced. Just you can drag it and drop it. Next is renaming the layer. Double click the layer and you can rename it. Okay. Or if you want to delete the layer, select the layer, right click and say delete layer, or you can use this delete layer button and delete the particular layer. It will ask you want to delete the layer 1 or not. Next is working with text. So how will you include the text in your image? If you are creating, where it will be used? So it will allow you to type the text horizontally, vertically also in the Photoshop. Okay, you can move the text horizontal or vertical as desired. Okay, for this we need to use the text tool. This is the text tool. Okay, so let's see how to insert and move text. So it is fun and easy to add text to an image using Photoshop. So you can for what it is used for to make postcards, or if you want to create an advertisement for your website, or if you wanted to give the advertisement to your local newspaper. So we can use this text tool and add the text to your image. Okay, so for example, if I am opening an image, you can open any of the images. So you can open the image. If you wanted to change the size, you can change it. As I told you, go to image menu, image size, and change the size of the image and click OK. It will be changed. If I wanted to include text in this image, I should click on the text tool. As I told you, we can use horizontal type tool and also vertical type tool. Two more tools are also available here: horizontal type mask tool and vertical type mask tool. It is also available. Okay, so you have to press capital T from the keyboard to select this tool, or you can click on this tool which is hidden and then you can select the particular tool. So after clicking, you will see the symbol, cursor symbol over here. You can type first. Before that, you can change the font style, font type, size and style. Okay, here you can select any of the font type here from here, and then you can change the size of the text over here also. Okay, so you can then type it. Color you can change it from here, and you can align your text also. So if I'm typing over here like this, if I want to change this font later after writing also is possible. So you can change the font. Okay, so after typing the text, if you wanted to move the text wherever you wanted in your image, that is also possible. So you have to move the text, you have to click on the move tool and just select the text and then move it wherever you want it. Okay, so next is what? Vertical type tool. So you can, same way you can go to the hold the text. If you want to toggle between horizontal and vertical type tool, you can click on capital T from keyboard or shift plus capital T from the keyboard, or you can select from the text tool also. So if you wanted to type in vertical, so I can type that also. Same way you can change the font style, size, all these things. Okay, if you wanted to change it after typing also, it's possible. So there are more fonts available here that can be changed. Okay. Next is what? Warping text. So what is meant by this warping text? It is used to position the letters or text in different shapes. To use the warp option, the following steps are given. See here, to see the steps here, you have to select the type tool and type the text, or you can press capital T from the keyboard and you can type the text. Now, after doing that, you have to click on this warp text option. Okay, so here the style is given. There are many styles can you see. So flag. Can you see the text has been changed accordingly, according to the style you select, right? So that can be possible using the popping text. Same here, if I select the vertical type tool, if I'm after that you can select OK over there. If after that, see, for this also I can warp text. For this also same way, after typing you go to the warp text tool and select any of this design here. Can you see it has been applied? After clicking OK, it will be applied to the text which you have created. Next is using filters. Okay, so let's see how to use these filters. Photoshop Elements provides a huge variety of filters. So these can be used to alter the image in many ways, such as for manipulating colors, adding textures, picking out edges, simulating a painting or drawing, twisting the canvas, and more. Okay, these may not be used every day, but can provide you endless fun exploring the creative possibilities. Let's see how to apply this filter. Okay, so to apply the artistic effect to an image, so follow the steps. You heard this word artistic effect in PowerPoint also we have used. Okay, we used to change the artistic effect, remember, same here also. So first for that you have to insert the image, and then so we are in text layer. Remember I told you, no, text layer, these two are the text layers, and this is the background layer. Click on the background layer so that it will change the artistic effect for the image, okay, which you have inserted. Okay, for that you have to first insert the image and select the artistic option from the filter menu. See, this is artistic option, and then under that we have so various artistic effects under here. See, color pencil effect. So it will show you the effect of the color pencil. It will be applied to an image which you have created, right? So you can use the various options present here: color pencil, cutout, dry brush, film grain, fresco. See, another artistic effect. Okay, so next one is what? Rough, see, fresco, neon glow, paint daubs, palette knife, plastic wrap, poster edges, rough pastels, smudge stick, sponge. See, it is showing you how it will get changed. Can you see the change here? So this way you can use this artistic effects. Next is filter gallery. So this filter gallery option is not available in Photoshop 7 as we are learning Photoshop CS5. So I will show you in some other Photoshop version that filter gallery option. Here go to the filter menu and then click on this filter gallery. This is the filter gallery. You have multiple options here: artistic, brush strokes, distort, sketch, stylize, texture. So the various options below that, see, this is the artistic effect, plastic. So it will be different in Photoshop CS5. I'm just telling you how it works. Okay, you can select any of these options if you are using Photoshop CS5. Okay, the options which is available there, you can select it and use it. Okay, this way the filter gallery works. Hope you understood all the concepts of Photoshop, advanced features of Photoshop. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you, children.